Hey guys, CornsyrupMinecraft here, and today I'm going to bring you the auto cannon. And basically, what it is it's like a TNT cannon, like the typical old TNT cannon with red power, completely making it awesome. But it also has the feature to whenever I fire it, it reloads itself to be fired again. Okay, which is pretty cool if you ask me, because you don't have to like make like a walkway. So like, cause I used to make these Kappa cannons. They were always a pain because to reload them, you'd have to either get on top of them or like have like a little walkway back here where you could like put your stuff up and then walk back and stuff. But with this, it automatically loads, and now there is this thing right here which is takes up a bit of space, but if you have this design, you can incorporate it to have like lots of cannons at once, and you could also make them fire at once. But I didn't feel like doing that. But so you could just have like an auto-loading cannon system, and you only need one of these things. And you need pipes connecting to all of them, but I mean, you could have the next one right here. I mean, it's not too far apart. And yeah. But so I guess I'll show you what it does. Like if I can get up there. Anyway, so I got this cool little glass window here. But push the button. That'll go off first as it's supposed to. Then that'll go off. And then I'll shoot that, and of course I missed the X. Like, I mean, seriously, I got behind the X. But you know, I mean, what's you gonna do, you know? But see, if you noticed, it's automatically refueled. I didn't have a cutscene or anything, because I'm terrible at cutscenes. I really am. Like, I just am. Anyway, so I'll tell you what we have going on here, and so it's actually extremely simple. I just kind of thought as well as at school. So we've got a condenser making TNT, and it's feeding the TNT into these regulators, and these regulators say that these deployers can each hold one TNT, which is right here, and they only accept one TNT at a time, and this is the buffer, so whenever this one runs out, the buffer will come and take it immediately. So it pretty much has two shots before it has to like reload. I don't want to say reloading the reload system, but just what happens is this redstone signal turns off, and it sends the TNT that's in here, because this is jammed, which means it has TNT in it, but there's nowhere for it to go, so it won't go anywhere. So when this turns off, it'll send one out, and then it sends one like volley of 3, and most of the time, to reload the buffer, it will take this thing while they're still all going in their places, and so there's another set of 3 going out, so you have basically 6 TNT, 2 per each thing, and so you basically have like a 2 system like immediate reaction, and then you have to wait a little while for the next one. Like here, I'll try to show you. This is one in the buffer right now. Wait, I think, yeah, so what's gonna happen, guys, is when there's not one in the buffer, that means there's a place for him to go, so that means that this will come out of here. So it's kind of hard to empty the buffer because it's kind of always buffering. Yeah, but I'll try to get it to reloads. And oh, it's gotta reload the TNT first. And then, now there isn't a buffer. Let's go again. Alright. And now they have 1 TNT left, so when they place down that block, this thing will start up and running whenever it wants to place down the block. Hello. That's odd. Like, really odd. Like, so odd, it's not even funny. I don't know why it's not replacing the TNT, guys. Hold on, I'll be right back. Alright, guys, so basically what I had to do was just reset it, which isn't hard at all. It sounds like really complicated, but it's really not hard at all. You just press the button again, and it will try to trigger the TNT first, but since there's no TNT in there, it'll just go, and then it will do this down here, which I need to explain, by the way. I need to explain like all the wiring, I guess, because some of you guys like to know about that stuff. So I already explained this and how this works. And behind here, if I can go down to it down from here, I can't really go to it, but I can kind of give you a glimpse of what it looks like. You know, just break that, I don't care. But anyway, so we got our deployers underneath right here, being fed by this cable stuff, wire, stone jacket wire, which I guess I don't really need at all, but I like it. Anyway, so what we have is, let me make it daytime. So how this works, when you press the button in the very beginning, it sends a pulse through here and out to these two obsidian blocks, which send the pulse into the TNT. So the TNT gets triggered and everything, and it starts being all happy and going off. And then after a while, with this repeater here, which is hooked up to the same button, we'll send it to this one so that they don't go off at the same time, because that would be disaster and it would blow up everything. Because the way that these things work, like how they're supposed to work, and I hope it just doesn't mess everything up. But there's water underneath here, and if you, most of you guys know that whenever you set off TNT, that the water, well, the TNT block becomes like transparent, and it will like fall down and affect gravity and all that stuff. But water will also go through it, and water negates the TNT effects, so that's why none of this stuff is blowing up, because these two TNT are blowing up like right in the middle of the thing. But the TNT does hit this TNT, which should have already gone off. Well, it should have already been like set off, but it hasn't blown up yet, and it will send it, pushing it over there and hopefully hitting our target. But while that's all happening, it also sends a pulse down here to this repeater, which sends a pulse to here, but it's set to the max setting so that no matter what, the TNT won't try to refill itself before it's ready, or else the whole thing will break. So yeah. So what was I saying? Oh, you guys know what happened? Maybe this stuff where the deployers ran out of TNT. I don't think so, but maybe. No, that didn't happen. No, it didn't at all. Anyway, guys, so this has been the auto cannon by CornsyrupMinecraft. Have a great day, everyone.